Lightweight bout between Jai Herbert and Ludovic Klein. Minus 175 for Klein, plus 175 for Herbert. Over under set at 2.5 rounds, plus 142 for the over, minus 142 for the under. Ludovic Klein coming off a big underdog cash against Mason Jones. Looks like he's going to stick at 155. Came into the UFC at 145. Got a win against Shane Young. Couple losses against Mike Trizano and Nate Landwehr. Moves up to 155 against Devontae Smith. Gets a split decision win. And then a good cash as a plus 310 dog against Mason Jones his last time out. Looked really good in that one. So it sounds like he's going to be sticking at 155. He looked big in that one, too. I mean,
yeah,
for a guy that came up in weight, he looked a lot bigger than Mason Jones. Jai Herbert, a win in his last time out in London against Kyle Nelson. He was a minus 265 favorite in that one. Got a 29-28 victory in that one on a couple of the judges' scorecards, I believe. And then a knockout loss against Ilia Topuria, and we were talking a little bit about it earlier. It doesn't really seem like he's as willing to be throwing those hands because, he's got pretty good hands. Really long dude. He's going to have a reach advantage in this one against Ludovic. But I think Ludovic gets this one done. He's the favorite. So that's not really saying anything out of the ordinary, but I think he could actually muscle up Jai Herbert too. I mean, in his last fight against Mason Jones, he kind of muscled him up and kind of made him his bitch. Like he looked like he was at his peak performance in that fight. Maybe it's a little recency bias on my part, but I think his kickboxing is really good too. I mean, he throws that left kick to the head really hard. He actually throws that like jump kick where he just jumps and then throws that kick to your face, which is pretty wild to watch. And he lands it fairly accurately. I think he's going to be better on the feet, a little more powerful on the feet. Jai is crisp, doesn't quite have that pop. Did rock Ilya a little bit with that kick, but I don't see that really happening in this one. I'm going to go with Ludovic Klein. I just think he has a little bit brighter future ahead of him in this division, at least. Kind of a resurgence for him after losing a couple. He's the younger fighter as well by 6 years. Jai Herbert, 34. So really, where do you go from here if you're him? So I'm going to go with Ludovic Klein. What about you?
Yeah, I actually love Ludovic Klein here. And it seems like both fighters are kind of trending in opposite directions. I mean, Ludovic Klein went over Devontae Smith and then went over Mason Jones, which he showed he's tough. He showed he can crack, and he showed he can fight for all 3 rounds. I mean, there's times in that fight where I don't know how Mason Jones was still standing. Mason Jones looked like the toughest dude in the world, and that's not really what you want to build your name off of, because Ludovic Klein, that kickboxing style with the kicks and the combinations, I mean, he looks super sharp on the feet when he's in his flow state. I mean, he can really, his hand speed, his accuracy at times is really, really good. And then you look at the opposite side in Jai Herbert, the knockout to Ilia Topuria, like you said, that we talked about, man, he just looks a little hesitant since then on the feet. And that's not, if you're hesitant against a guy like Ludovic Klein, there's a chance you go to sleep, because Ludovic Klein will find the chin, and he hits pretty damn hard as well. And then he did get a win following that Topuria fight, but it's not like he went out there and made a statement coming off of a loss. So, I mean, it was Kyle Nelson too, and you went all the way to decision with Kyle Nelson. I mean, Kyle Nelson, just saw him fight recently. He's obviously not a terrible fighter, but he's not a guy that people fear by any means. So, I just think they're kind of trending in opposite directions. I know this will be a home soil fight for Jai Herbert. But someone in his position, coming off of the bad knockout to Topuria, being a little bit hesitant, and then having all the pressure of trying to get the win in front of your home, fans in your home country, it just adds to the pressure. And in his situation, man, I don't like it. I don't think it's something that he feeds off of. I think it's something that makes him even a little bit more hesitant, because he doesn't want to get knocked out in front of his fans. So I think Klein's going to come in, do what he always does. I think he will be kind of better everywhere this fight goes, if I'm being honest. He does have 8 submission wins, 8 knockout wins, so he's capable on the ground as well, and he's capable to find that neck and snatch something up. Yeah, man, give me Ludovic Klein. I like this play a lot, actually. I'm going to take him. I'm going to have bets on him as the week goes on. And I'm fairly confident on this one. I like him.